From energy drinks to Formula One domination, the story of Red Bull racing is unlike any other. In just 2 decades, they transformed from newcomers to an unstoppable force, challenging and dethroning the giants of the sport. But how did they do it? This is the story of Red Bull Racing, F1's new superpower. In the early 2000s, Formula One was dominated by historic teams: Ferrari, McLaren, Williams. But an unlikely newcomer was about to shake things up. Red Bull, the Austrian energy drink company, had been involved in F1 as a sponsor, but founder Dietrich Mateschitz had bigger ambitions. In 2004, he bought the struggling Jaguar racing team, rebranded it as Red Bull Racing, and entered F1 as a full constructor in 2005. Success in F1 isn't just about having money, it's about having the right people. Red Bull hired a young and ambitious team principal, Christian Horner, and soon made a game-changing move, recruiting legendary designer Adrian Newey. With Newey's innovative approach, Red Bull's cars started improving rapidly. By 2009, Red Bull had become a serious contender, winning races with Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. But it was in 2010 that everything changed. With a dominant car and Vettel's raw talent, Red Bull won its first championship, and they didn't stop there. From 2010 to 2013, Red Bull crushed the competition, winning 4 consecutive drivers and constructors titles. The RB7, RB8, and RB9 were masterpieces of aerodynamics, leaving rivals like Ferrari and McLaren struggling to keep up. From 2010 to 2013, Red Bull crushed the competition, winning 4 consecutive drivers and constructors titles. The RB7, RB8, and RB9 were masterpieces of aerodynamics, leaving rivals like Ferrari and McLaren struggling to keep up. But F1 is a sport of constant evolution, and in 2014, the hybrid era began. Mercedes seized the opportunity, and Red Bull suddenly found itself behind. Their Renault engines lacked power, and Vettel left for Ferrari. It seemed like Red Bull's dominance was over. Still, Red Bull wasn't done. They signed rising star Max Verstappen, and despite struggles with their engine supplier, they kept fighting for podiums and occasional wins. In 2019, Red Bull took a bold risk, ditching Renault and partnering with Honda for engines. Many doubted the decision, but it quickly paid off. Honda delivered a powerful and reliable engine, and Red Bull began closing the gap to Mercedes. Then came 2021, the most dramatic season in F1 history. Verstappen and Hamilton went wheel to wheel all year, culminating in a controversial but historic championship win for Red Bull. With new regulations, fresh talent, and fierce competition from teams like Ferrari and Mercedes, the future of Red Bull remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: they're no longer the underdog. They are now the team to beat. If you enjoyed this deep dive into F1 history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Echoes of Time for more legendary stories from the world of motorsport.